Now, for you to appreciate the concept that we just discussed, let us try to solve problem number 1. So two forces P and F acting on the first and third quadrants respectively are being investigated. If P is 158 pounds and F is 272 pounds, determine the resultant in its direction measured from the positive x-axis. So meron lang tayong dalawang forces, P and then F. The magnitude are both given. And then kung napansin nyo, yung direction na binigay sa kanilang dalawa is in terms of angular direction. Okay? So, yung isa, yung force P, nagmula siya sa x-axis. So, yung 38 degrees is an angular direction measured from the horizontal axis to the line of action of force P. And then, yung isang force naman, yung angular distance measured naman from the vertical axis, yung 15 degrees. It is measured from the y-axis to the line of action of force F. So, let us try to compute the resultant of these two inclined forces. And then aside from that, we are also asked to find the angular direction of the resultant force from the positive x axis. So ganito yung gagawin natin. So if you are not yet if you are not yet successfully memorizing, or if you are not if you are not yet done memorizing these formulas, hindi pa kayo tapos i-memorize yan, okay lang. In fact, kahit hindi mo nga kabisado yun, walang magiging problema as long as naiintindihan mo yung concept niya. Halimbawa, dito, hindi natin gagamitin yung formula. Hindi natin gagamitin yung form. Definitely ito, yung gagamitin natin. Kasi ito ay in terms of angular distance. So most likely yung formulas na yan yung gagamitin natin. Pero ayoko yung kabisaduhin. Okay, ang gusto ko lang gamitin ay yung concept ng trigonometry, ito, trigonometric function tapos Pythagorean theorem. Kasi definitely yung magiging resulting triangle dyan ay right triangle. Okay? So subukan nating balikan yung problem tapos solve natin. Okay, so what we need to do to minimize confusion para hindi tayo masyadong malito, mag-focus tayo sa bawat inclined force. Okay? So, split natin yung bawat inclined force into their respective x and then y components. So, unahin natin yung force P yung nandun sa first quadrant. So, definitely, the x component is acting rightward and then the y component is acting upward. And then take note that the given angular direction, which is 38 degrees, is measured from the x-axis. Now, di ba, nung dinerive natin yung mga formulas na dapat kailangan para makuha yung x, y component regardless of the orientation of the angular direction, whether it is measured from the x or y, di ba, the first step is to always use offset method. Okay, and then again, when we say offset, so we are just copying a certain component tapos nilalagay natin siya doon sa particular side para makabuo tayo ng right triangle. So dito kasi yung strategic i-adjust yung y component. Kasi kapag ito, in-offset natin doon sa right side niya, ang mabubuo natin yung right triangle tapos pasok yung binigay na angular distance na 38 degrees. Okay, kasi kapag yung x component yung in-adjust natin, yung x component, in-offset natin siya dito, okay lang din. Okay, okay lang. Pero dapat alam mo na yung angle dito, yung angle dyan, is also equal to 38 degrees. Walang magiging problema doon. No, it's actually it's actually either the x component yung i-offset mo or yung y component, as long as alam mo yung rules ng mathematics, walang magiging problema doon. Okay, so ibig sabihin kapag yung py yung i-adjust natin, okay, gamitan natin ng offset method, ilipat natin siya dito, ang mabubuo uli natin ay right triangle. So kapag gusto nating kunin yung relationship ng adjacent side, ito, yung adjacent side ng angle 38 at saka yung hypotenuse side na ang value ay yung mismong P na ang magnitude 158. So meaning to say cosine function kasi adjacent hypotenuse So therefore cosine of 38 degrees is equal to the adjacent which is px over the hypotenuse which is P. Okay? So i-substitute natin yung magnitude ng P, that is 158. Tapos apply tayo ng cross multiplication, we can have already the value of dx. So kung napansin nyo, hindi tayo gumamit ng equation. Concept lang ng trigonometry yung ginamit natin. Now, paano kung hindi mo trip yung ginawa nating approach? Instead of offsetting py, ang in-offset mo px, walang magiging problema doon, no? Imagination mo lang talaga yung limitation. So kapag ginawa mo yon, okay, magiging ganito siya. Okay, ito yung px, ito yung py, tapos ito yung p. Pero dahil nga ang binigay na angle ay 38, tapos sinukat siya mula sa horizontal. So yung angle na to is also equivalent to 38 degrees. Okay, it is also equivalent to 38 degrees. So, ganun pa rin, kung meron kang ganyang triangle, gusto mong kunin yung relationship ng horizontal at saka ng hypotenuse, cosine function pa rin. So, cosine 38 degrees is equal to the adjacent side, which is px, over the hypotenuse, which is p. Ito pa rin, dito ka pa rin dadalhin, no, ng analysis mo, and then ito pa rin yung magiging value. So, wala talagang restrictions dito. So, pwede rin namang ganito yung gawin mo. Okay, pwede rin naman ganito yung gawin mo. Ayaw mong gamitin yung 38 degrees. Okay, ayaw mong gamitin yung 38 degrees. Wala ding magiging problema. So, meron kang triangle. Ito yung triangle natin. Okay. Okay, ito yung PX. Ito yung PY. So, kung ito 38 degrees, pwede rin namang ito yung gamitin mo kung gusto mong pahirapan yung sarili mo. So, pwedeng ito yung angle na gamitin mo. Okay? So, kung ito 38 degrees, definitely makukuha natin yung angle dito kasi alam natin na yung sum of interior angles ng triangle ay 180. Tapos, yung interior angle dito 90 degrees. So, I believe that you will agree with me that for us to have the value of this interior angle, so the formula is basically 180. So, that is the total of the interior angle. And then minus 90 degrees. And then minus this interior angle which is 38 degrees. So makukuha natin ito. Tapos apply ka na ulit ng SOHCAHTOA. So depende sa iyo kung gusto mong gumamit ng sine function or ng cosine function. Imagination lang talaga yung limit dito. Okay, kahit anong approach pwede. At kahit approach yung gamitin mo, isang value pa rin yung pagdadalhan sa iyo. Ito pa rin. Okay, now, since we are already done in computing the x component, so paano naman yung y? So kung napansin nyo, yung py ay opposite doon sa 38 degrees. So if we want to get the relationship between the opposite and then the hypotenuse, sine function naman. So sine of 38 degrees is equal to the opposite side, which is py over the hypotenuse, which is p. So the magnitude again of p is given. So just substitute that. So that is 158, and then apply cross multiplication and then use our calculator. The value of PY is equivalent to 97.27 pounds. So ganun lang siya, kasimple. Nakuha na natin yung X and then Y components ng inclined force P. Napunta naman tayo sa force F. Okay, now take note that the angular direction is this time measured from the y-axis. So i-isolate natin yan, tapos i-display natin yung X at saka yung Y component niya. Now, definitely, the x component is acting leftward and then its y component is acting downward. And then, naka-display na rin dito yung angular direction niya, which is 15 degrees. Okay, so again, the first step is to always apply offset method. Okay, so again, it's either you adjust Fy or Fx. But this time, since ang gusto nating gamitin yung given angular direction, so ang strategic gamitan ng offset is yung x component. So instead of its original location, lagay natin sa baba. So again, what we created is again a right triangle. Okay, a right triangle. So the vertical side of the triangle is Fy, the horizontal side is Fx, and then definitely the hypotenuse side is F. Now, if we want to compute Fx, so relationship of the opposite side, or rather the horizontal side of the triangle and then the hypotenuse side of the triangle, which is F. Okay, so meaning to say, the horizontal side of the triangle is opposite to 15 degrees. So meaning to say, sine function, kasi sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So the opposite is Fy, and then the hypotenuse is F. And then since the magnitude is given, which is 272, so again, substitute that in our equation and then use your calculator to solve the only unknown value, which is the x component. So that is equivalent to 70.40 pounds. Okay, and then in computing the y component of the force, of the inclined force, so we want to get the relationship between the vertical side of the triangle and then the hypotenuse. So the vertical side of the triangle is also adjacent to 15 degrees. When we say adjacent kasi sa Tagalog magkatabi. Okay, katabi niya mismo yung Fy. So meaning to say cosine. Kasi cosine is equivalent to adjacent over hypotenuse. So therefore, cosine of 15 degrees is equivalent to Fy over hypotenuse side. Substitute the value of the hypotenuse side, which is 272. And then by applying cross multiplication, we will be having the value of our y component. So that is equivalent to 262.73 pounds. So if you notice, we have already computed the x and then the y components of the two inclined forces, P and then F. So these are the x and then the y components of P, and then these are the x and then y components of F. Now remember that the ultimate goal why we are conducting computation is to compute the resultant of the two. And then remember that the resultant will only be computed by using this formula. And then to compute this, okay, to compute the x component, remember that it is again equivalent to the vector summation of forces acting in the horizontal direction, and then the y component of the resultant is equivalent to the vector summation of all the forces acting in the vertical direction. So unahin na muna natin yung Rx. So we have how many horizontal forces? So we have only two horizontal forces. So first is Px and then the other one is Fx. Now take note that we have to also take into consideration their direction kasi forces are vector. So meaning to say we have to indeed include their respective signs. So again, if the direction is leftward, negative, whereas if the direction is rightward, that is positive. So this is going to be positive Px and then negative Fx. So pag pinagsama, this is plus Px minus Fx. Okay, or in terms of equation, magiging ganito. Now, the value of Px, balikan natin yung previous slide. The value of Px is this 124.51, and then the value of Fx is equivalent to 70.40. Meaning to say, direct substitution lang. I-substitute mo lang yung dalawang values, and then we will be able to have the value of the x component of the resultant. Now, next is the y component, which is this one. So remember that this is again computed using this equation. Vector summation of the forces that are acting in the vertical direction. So subukan nating balikan yung previous slide for us to analyze how many vertical forces are there. So here we have only two vertical forces. The first is Py and then the other one is Fy. Now take note that the direction of Py is upward, the direction of Fy is downward. So every time we are analyzing vertical forces in terms of direction, kapag ang direction upward, positive. Kapag ang direction naman ay downward, negative. Okay, so therefore, pag pinagsama natin yung dalawa, this is positive Py and then negative Fx. Or in terms of equation, magiging ganito. So substitute natin yung value ng dalawa, balikan uli natin yung previous slide. Py is 97.27 whereas Fy is 262.73. So by applying substitution, substitute lang natin, and this is going to be the value of our y component, resultant y component of the resultant. And then balikan na natin ito. So this is this, and then this is this. Now take note na mayroong square dito. Okay, to cancel this out, para ma-cancel mo yung square dito, so kailangan maglagay ka ng radical sign dyan. Okay, maglagay ka ng radical sign, and then we can finally compute the magnitude of the resultant force. And that is definitely equivalent to 174.08 pounds. Now, aside from the magnitude of the resultant force, another important requirement that this problem is asking us to find is the angular distance. Okay, now since we have already the value of the x and then the y, so subukan nating i-graph sila. Okay, now if the sign for Rx is positive, so meaning to say, yung direction niya is rightward. And then yung Ry, since the direction is negative, so meaning to say, yung direction niya ay downward. So in terms of graphical presentation, ito yung graphical presentation ng Rx kasi nga ang sign niya positive. And then ito yung magiging angular presentation ng Ry since ang sign niya negative. So the reason why we analyze the directions of the x and then the y components of the resultant is for us to be able to also know the graphical presentation of the resultant force. Kasi if the direction of Rx is rightward and the direction of Ry is downward, so meaning to say the resultant is acting southeast, magiging ganito. And then take note that the specific description given to us by this problem in computing the angular direction of the resultant force is that it must be measured from the horizontal axis. So dapat ito, hindi yung angle measured from the vertical. Okay? So para makuha natin yung theta, so what we need to do is to again apply offset method. I-adjust natin yung Ry, lagay natin doon sa right side niya. So again, the reason why we use that or we apply that is for us to be able to have a right triangle. Okay? So therefore, if we want to correlate the y and then the x component, tangent function, kasi according to tangent, trigonometric function tangent, so that must be equivalent to opposite over the adjacent. So therefore, tangent of phi is equivalent to this over this. So nakuha na natin yung Ry, which is, okay. So another important thing, lalo na kapag trigo function, is that the signs must be neglected. Now, kasi triangle ito eh. Triangle siya. So, if you can still remember no, from your trigonometry, if we have a triangle and then ang binigay na values ay mga sides, so the sides of the triangle are actually distance or distances. They are actually distances or length. And then take note that length or distances are scalar. Scalar sila. So when we say scalar, ibig sabihin, hindi concern yung direction, magnitude lang. So that is why kahit ang nakuha natin dito ay negative, pagdating dito ay positive pa rin kasi this is the concept of trigonometry. Nagre-refer tayo doon sa side na length lamang. So Ry is not negative 165 but absolute value. Okay, it's absolute value which is 165.46. And then Rx ganun din. So nagkataon lang na dito ay positive kaya positive 54.11. Pero kung sakali man na na-encounter nyo na ang sign nito negative, so neglect already the negative sign. Okay, so therefore by getting the inverse tangent of the ratio of this, so we will finally have the value of the angular direction of the resultant force which is 71.89.